vengativa. Detrás de esta locura, yo quiero contigo y tú quieres conmigo. Baby, dale ponte mami, follow me, tú eres like for me. Yo tu rapigata, tú estás un mándame tu email, lo que será no de ti. Oh, mi cosa hasta se escapó. El que la rompe soy yo, me la robo de menor. Otra noche dándote, tocándote, calentándote, imaginándote, al oído gimiéndome. Y yo la sigo enamorando, regalando, tú te comprando. Lo que usted mamita quiere, ahora nos estamos alejando, no te estoy viendo, no te volando. Esta sola tú prefieres. Ven y dame un chance, pa' huellarte, allá abajo mojarte, toda la parte. Yo no sabía que tú eras así, te juro que ahora me cae mejor. Me contaron muchas cosas de ti, pero eres más igual puta que yo. Es de hacer, no es de hablar, suelta el cel pa' perrear, pa' Twitter y pa' entonar, yeah. Salió de Rosa Polar, ey, ey, estaba perdida y ahora anda en todos lados, ey, ey, uno prendido y el otro está enrolado, ey, ey, hoy es el día por si no me han probado. Ey, vi que te dejaste a tu novio, baby, me alegro, vamos a celebrar en Perro Negro. Dile a ese cabrón que tú no quieres arreglo. Dile a tu pai que quiero que sea mi suegro. Mami tiene el party prendido, saca tu ciber, estoy sorprendido. Me dijo que la amiguita está pa' el trío. La loquita es un lío. Si le ponen reggaetón, marihuana, hoy se parcha hasta las 6 de la mañana. Quiero que salgas de mi mente y te metas en mi cama, porque tú tienes cara que tienes la pussy linda, que los deja loco en chulo como Belinda. Menéame la chapa hasta que me rinda. Un hijo en la disco va a dejarte en cinta. No me importa cuál es la hora ni cuál es tu signo. Si el DJ fuera pastor nos casábamos aquí mismo. Baby, perrear con otro y conmigo no es lo mismo. Falcho, Bad Bunny, bye, 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 bye. Salió de Rosa Colorado, ey, ey, todo perdido y ahora anda en todos lados, ey, ey, uno prendido y el otro está enrolado, ey, ey, hoy es el día por si no me has probado, ey, ey. Nena, dime si tú estás pa' mí, como yo estoy puesto pa' ti. Ven una noche a Medellín y te pago el jean.
Papi, dime si tú estás pa' mí, como yo estoy puesto pa' ti. Te llevo una noche a Medellín, que yo soy tu jean.
Te voy a hacerte completa, estás buscando que yo le meta. Ya llegamos a la meta.
All right, yo, we are live.
Mami, no te hagas, vente pa' acá, tú eres brava. Me gusta porque eres malvada. No está operada y encima está la mirada. Y me ayuda a contar el billete. Saca su juguete, tú ya saben que le mete.
What's going on, everybody?
Encima mío te quito el brazalete.
All right, what's happening? New week. Hope everyone's doing well today. Gonna get this session started. Sunday night. Markets are moving. Gold is moving. Big move on the market open today. Pumping up to the upside. Whew. Big move. Gold's moving, guys. Gold's moving. How's everybody doing? Let me know if you guys can hear me good in the chat. We're gonna get started. Hope everyone had a good weekend. We got a big week ahead. I predicted the pump. Good stuff. Yeah, nice pump today on market open. Big pump. 4 hour pushing up. We definitely look like we're going up now. We definitely want some pullbacks and got to wait for some good setups, some good entries, because, yeah, it looks like it wants to go to 4,600, maybe even higher. Market's starting the week off pretty strong, probably because of the news that happened on the weekend. U.S.-Iran news, the war news. But yeah, big pump, market open. Looks like buyers are taking control early on in the beginning of the week here. We got to look for some pullback entries. We got to stay patient, wait for some good pullback entries. Retracement, see what this thing can do. See if we can get any pullbacks or anything. Yeah, that would be good. That would be good. That would be good. Market's starting off strong already. Breaking those highs. We're breaking those highs. We're breaking those highs, as you can see. Yo, can everybody hear me? Let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me. A couple of you guys said yes. All right. The time has come, guys. The time has come. This is the biggest week yet. Biggest week yet. In my whole life, I would say so far, actually, because this is the start of an evolution. This is the start of something that years from now, everyone's going to look back at this moment and be like, damn, I was there. I was there when it all started. A couple years from now, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years from now, this moment, people will look back and be like, yep, I was there. I was there for this moment, because gonna make it something big. I promise you that. I promise you that. How this is going to evolve and how it's evolved and come to this moment. I promise you it's gonna be something very, very big and something you're gonna want to be a part of. And tomorrow is day one, where the official rollout for the new website starts tomorrow officially. We're starting the new rollout over the next couple of days. I'm going to show you guys over the next couple of days. I'm going to be showing you guys more of what we've been building behind the scenes. And trust me, it's not a small update. Like I just said, Inner Circle 2.0 is a complete evolution. Full new website, new course series, new boot camps, new tools and scanners, more live sessions, upgraded website, upgraded dashboard and technology. So better experience across the board for users. All right, so wait until you see what's coming, guys. This isn't hype. This isn't hype, by the way. I've been doing this for 11 years. This isn't hype. This is years of experience, thousands of testimonials, and continuous time, continuous value being put in the ecosystem. So tomorrow, the countdown begins. And like I said, if you're serious about leveling up your life, just your life, even your life, you're trading your life by the end of 2026, Inner Circle is the place you need to be. All right. If you're disciplined, if you're coachable, if you're willing to sacrifice and be consistent, if you're serious about becoming more than you are, if you're serious about becoming more than who you are today, if you're serious about becoming more than who you are today, this isn't just trading, by the way. All right. This is structure. This is guidance. This is being around what people want, right? This is being around people that want more out of life. New environment, new habits, new skills, new opportunities. So the people that join now will look back a year now. The people that are part of this now and join now, that they will look back a year from now and realize this is one of the best decisions they ever made. And the last thing you need to take serious. All right. So let's get to it. Day one starts tomorrow. All right. Day one starts tomorrow. Big things are coming. Big things are coming. Big things are coming. All right. We've been working on a lot behind the scenes over the next couple of days. I'm going to show you guys what we've been working on. But I'm telling you, this is just the beginning. I'm telling you, I've said that before. But this is like where it really begins, the evolution. And where everything comes together, right? Where just everything comes together as one ecosystem. It's going to be fire, all right? It's going to be fire. This isn't me trying to hype you guys up, all right? I've been doing this 11 years. Finally, very, very exciting moment for me, actually. It was like four years ago. I kind of like into the journey where I wanted my own website because I have a passion for teaching, passion for helping people level up, being in an environment where they can learn effectively. So this is something we've been cooking for a little while, I would say now. Not even a little bit, all right? It's going to be fire, all right? So like I said, next couple of days going to be going over a lot of things on these sessions. Make sure you guys are tapped in. If you look on YouTube right now, you'll see there's 3 sessions that are scheduled, actually. If you look on my YouTube channel, you'll see there's 3 sessions that are scheduled over the next couple days. So, for those that have been sitting on the sidelines, this is pretty much your last time to learn or lock in, because we're going to be going hard over the next 4 months. And I mean hard. June, July, August, up until September, October. 4 or 5 months. We're going to be going hard. In the next 4 or 5 months, there's going to be years of learning experience, right? When you're around someone who's been in the game for 11 years, the one thing about me is 1 month with me, 1 consistent hard month with me, when I'm going full pace, when I'm locked in, when I'm on it, when I'm on my routine, is years of experience. Years of experience. All right? So make sure you guys are locked in, because that's why a lot of you guys have been able to learn effectively. The ones who locked in, the people who take action learn effectively, got years of experience. Those years of experience, 11 years. When I'm locked in, when I'm going full pace, there's a lot to learn, more than you'll learn in years somewhere else, in a couple of months. So tomorrow we begin. All right? Tomorrow, anybody who's already a member, in the next couple of days, will get updates, information on everything. But we're minus 1 day. Monday, tomorrow. Predicted the pump. How's it going? Who's excited? I'm excited. I think I'm more excited than you guys here. I think I'm more excited than you guys here, because you guys don't even know. You guys don't even know. We've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes, working on things. So it's taking some time, but good things take time. Good things take time. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. It seems like I'm more excited than everyone here. We'll see what gold's doing. We got the scanners. We got the tools updating, updating things, adding the tools. I've had these tools for years. If anyone's an OG here. All right. If you know, you know. All right. Might look familiar, but if you know, you know. If you know, you know. All right. The secret sauce. All right. So we're locked in. This is fire. It's going to help you guys learn more effectively, a lot more organization. You guys will see what's coming. I want to get to the charts, though. I do want to get to gold, analyze some things, look at the charts. Market's open. Gold's moving a lot right now. A lot right now. So it seems on... so we have some escalation happening with the war situation. So it's interesting. There's a lot of back and forth always going on. So we can see interesting couple days here. So it looks like U.S. Iran over the past 4 days were negotiating, finalizing a deal, not close to reaching a deal. Deal expected to be finalized tomorrow. You can see the dates here. Last couple of days this happened. Deal will not be finalized today. And now market's open, gold's pumping. So it's interesting, like, deal will not be finalized. It looks like, yeah, like U.S.-Iran draft might be canceled. This is still ongoing, back and forth. 1 week it's this, one day it's this, you know. President Trump says the deal with Iran isn't even fully negotiated yet. Nobody has seen it or knows what it is. Yeah, so much speculation happens day after another. Gold pumping on market open with all this news going on. Iran says it has not made any commitments on its nuclear program for U.S. deals. So it's just back and forth here, right? The other day, literally like yesterday or today, like Trump's literally saying, we're close, we're making a deal, things are going well, and then the news always says, Iran official says straight up from Moose management will not return to its pre-war state. Management. That doesn't necessarily mean so much conflict. Management. Toll fees. The toll fees situation is interesting because they're using cryptocurrency. They're using Bitcoin. it's interesting what's going on with that as well. now the enemies, the enemies are using Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. So interesting times. We're on like day 80 of this war, and yeah, it doesn't look like there's an agreement happening. That's probably why gold is pumping up, right? People are even speculating if peace gets made. So if peace gets made, the stock market's probably going to rip up. Stock market's been pumping. The stock market has been strong. US 30, S&P 500, those things have been ripping. Gold, starting the week off pretty interesting, I would say. Daily candle, just completely like engulfed, right? When we look at the daily candle on gold here. Look at today's candle, daily, engulfing. We are in an order block, as you can see. Like, we are in an area. If I just remove this, we are, as you can see, in that like equilibrium area. I gotta switch this tonight so it's forex.com. I'm gonna take a land off. 4 hour, let me favorite that. Daily. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, daily has come down to like an order block area. Engulfing candle. Equilibrium there. So far engulfing on the day. It'd be interesting if the day were to like, if we finish strong tomorrow. Like if we finish a stronger bullish candlestick. Be really interesting price action for gold, because we just left 4,500. Right, we just left that 4,500 psychological level. That's a whole number with gold. We are in equilibrium. We're in fair value, basically. Look at the daily. We're in an area where there's demand. You can see here. We broke out, went up, we came back. Boom, boom. Interesting consolidation point for gold here. Interesting consolidation point where we came down to. There is demand there. 4,500 is holding. Yeah, so with the way the market's opened, like we have this engulfing candle. You can see right here, bullish engulfing. Right? We can take that here too. I have it in the website, so we're building out systems that are going to be more effective for everyone. Got some final tweaks we have to make on this, but you can see, yeah, there you go, bullish engulfing candle. If we close with that candlestick, right? If we close with a bullish engulfing candle, then we are above these highs, right? We have broken above these highs, which would be a change of character, like a break of structure on the daily, because then we would have technically the high, or sorry, the low. High, oops. Give me a minute. High. And look what gold just did. Higher low here. Breaking out, daily candle, bullish. So tomorrow, like tomorrow's candle, if this closes bullish, it's already looking like retracements for continuations this week on gold. Looking like just how it's starting off the week, like we're going to try to push up for the bit of the week here. Now we're going to change this. I'm going to change this to forex.com. Like you can go here and you can see, like, you can search all symbols for XAU. It automatically puts it on Oanda, but I'm going to make it automatically do forex.com. So the tools are here, where the tools will be here where you'll be able to just kind of go in and out of them, as you can even see. Have these on TradingView as well, for anybody who wants them also on TradingView if you're a member. Now, I'll check out the chat in a minute, but gold's looking strong, yeah, to start off the week. Probably because the news. going on over the last like few days with the USA-Iran agreement, negotiations, peace talks. And yeah, President Trump says the deal with Iran isn't even fully negotiated yet. Nobody has seen it. So there you go. There's kind of like some what's going on. Pumps gold up. Some unexpected kind of like the last few days it seemed like the opposite, but that's what's been going on. That's why like the headlines, you don't got to be so much in the headlines all the time. I mean, for stocks, like it's really, really important, but price action is just another thing, like patience. Because the headlines are going to be there every hour, every couple hours in the day. Like, so a good setup's going to be there a couple times a week, really. If you think about all the headlines, the amount of headlines there are every day, you know, a good setup, like a really good setup, you might get a few a week, right? Or maybe like if you're scalping, day trading one good one a day, right? Versus like all the headlines that come out every single day. So yeah, gold's made a nice shift up. Looks like a head and shoulders pattern. When you look at price action, we got the left shoulder, the head in the middle, the right shoulder here. We just broke out. So we're looking for like a retest to continue this week. Type in the chat if that makes sense. Type in the chat if that makes sense. I know I said that pretty fast right there, but type in the chat if that makes sense for me. But yo, type in the chat if you're excited. Come on. Let me know who's excited. We're minus 1 day away. Counting down. Make sure you guys are paying attention. Make sure you guys are locked in. Success loves speed, right? And we're going to be moving fast over the next couple of months, guys. So make sure you guys are tuned in, tapped in. Make sure you guys are locked in over the next few months. Or you're going to miss out on years of experience. Inverse head and shoulders. Let me know if that makes sense. Boom. Inverse head and shoulders. Bam. Bam. Looking for a retest of the head and shoulders. We're accumulating here on gold. Pullbacks. We want pullbacks. Type in the chat if that makes sense. Should make sense. You guys should see it. You guys should be able to see it. We broke up. We just broke structure to the upside. Looking pretty good. What's crypto doing? I just want to see. What's Bitcoin doing? 77. Ethereum a little bit above 2K. Holding that 2K mark. Cool, cool, cool. Hyperliquid seems to keep moving. That's been strong. One Bitcoin, you look at, damn, US 30. Yeah, US 30. Last week made like a record high. This is an interesting chart you can study. You can study this chart, really. This is an interesting one, guys. If you look at this, guys, this is coincidence? I think not. Coincidence? I think not. Yo, that's crazy. Almost $51,000. The Dow Jones, US 30. In COVID, it was 18,000. Last year, Trump tariffs 36,000. Today, almost 51,000. Bitcoin is still more expensive. You know? This has been around for a long time too. I mean, this is because I'm not on the right chart, but you know. Look at all these drops. I told you guys about this. I told you guys this would happen. I told all of you guys that follow me on these streams that this would happen. Because I've been here for a long time, so remember that. I told you guys this would happen. I even showed you guys. That's crazy. You can study this chart and put the things together, and this is an interesting chart over time. People are thinking there's going to be a bubble that it's going to like pop. I don't think so, because if like the war ends, the stock market's probably going to just keep going up. Yo, yeah, gold's starting the week off strong, fam. So you got to wait for those pullbacks. You got to wait for pullbacks. This is where like timing becomes key. We're not going to rush your entries. It's Sunday night, right? We could get an entry on Tuesday. We could get an entry on Wednesday, right? Maybe even tomorrow morning, New York session, right? This is where timing becomes key. We know kind of where price wants to go, got a bias, so it's now waiting for good pullbacks, good retracements. Paying attention to the time that the market's making these moves around as well. I got like a lisp right now. Had surgery yesterday, so I got stitches in my mouth. I got stitches in my mouth, fam. All right. 30,000 on the teeth. All right. You can write those off. Well, actually, when you spent a certain amount of money on dental care, you can actually write those off if you spent a certain amount of money on your dental. If you knew that. Just saying. Yeah. How we doing? Makes sense. Pullback. Do you think BTC is getting ready to rally? That is a good question. Hype is rallying. Good question. We're in like a mini winter time right now. I don't think right now we're close to the bottom because bear markets usually last a year. So when you look historically at Bitcoin, I'm going to post a very important YouTube video on this soon. Every single one of you need to watch it. Because every crypto video I've posted, not a lot of them, I think there's like 6. We're gonna post it very, very soon. Maybe in the next month or so, right? Maybe in a month or so. It's a very important video, right? Hasn't been posted yet, right? The crypto video? No, not yet. All right, no. Leo just said no. All right, got my answer. So the video hasn't been posted yet, but it's gonna be posted soon because the timing is soon. And I'm going to post this video in terms of where we are in terms of timing because we're getting close, to say the least. I wouldn't say the bottom's set in stone, but we're going to do some comparisons here, all right? First, we're going to look at bear markets. They usually last a year. So an average bear market, when we're going to look back at an actual bear market, they've lasted a year. We're going to do multiple comparisons here, all right? So you understand the trajectory of things, the worst case scenario. But this is the time you want to be setting up for what's coming. Because typically, like when you're looking at like a bottom phase, like bottoming out, it's about a year in bear markets over a 4 or 5 year cycle. Well, that goes within the halving as well, right? Now, bottoms on Bitcoin, this is one. You can see we went down for 413 days, right, to reach that bottom. You can see this bear market, we went down a year to reach that bottom, right? Last bear market cycle, we went down a year to reach that bottom, all right? This is important to understand in terms of time, how long we could go, right? How long we could go, right? We're about 231 days, right? So a year would give us September, which has always been a good entry point for Bitcoin, Septembers. August tends to be dumping going into Septembers. Septembers have been a good entry point. Now, does it mean we crash down to 40,000? I don't think so anymore because most people want that. The markets usually don't do what most people want, right? So Bitcoin, because every altcoin is already pretty much at its bottom, Bitcoin could drop a bit and things will bleed out. Like Bitcoin could go to 70K because of its dominance. And all the other altcoins are going to drop a lot more than that actual price change. Like it dropping to 70 would affect the market a lot, but it's still at 70K. So I feel like 60 for now is a near-term low. That could be a bottom. We could come back to try to tag it or even make a lower low on 60. 60 is a good low right now. We could try to come back to 60. That would make every altcoin that's super low right now even lower, right? Or a lower low gets made, right? I don't think we get a huge crash because when this war ends, right? If it ends sooner than later, the longer it goes on, the worse it gets. But the stock market's already bottomed here. When you look at when the stock market makes like a really relevant bottom, and then you go look at Bitcoin's price action, Bitcoin usually follows in with a bottom as well, and then catches up to that. Now, why would I be looking at the stock market and Bitcoin nowadays? Well, think about it. Bitcoin's on Wall Street. It's not just like who's going to buy Bitcoin? Companies now, ETFs, funds, rich people, wealthy people, right? Not throw $1,000 in Bitcoin and it's going to make you wealthy, right? Those days are over, right? And then when we look at the development too with crypto, something's coming in the future, right? We know that this stuff would not be happening, right, since last May if something wasn't coming. So right now you're getting a lot of fundamental stuff behind the scenes that's really good for the market while you're in a bear market. You're in a bear market while behind the scenes, or not really behind the scenes, it's happening. A lot of growth is happening. It might not look like growth because most coins are down, but there's growth happening inside of this industry with stable coins, companies, who's buying. So it's a different game now. But has the bottom been in? Look at this. The stock market keeps ripping. Most people think this is a bull trap for Bitcoin because we came here. Most people think it's a bull trap. I think most people want it to go lower. It's still expensive. Bitcoin's not cheap by any means. And you look at last cycle. How it went down. 365 days. We could still carry on to that. I don't think the same deficit though. Like in terms of, I don't think we're going to go down 78%. I think the most you would see it go down would be about 58 to 62% less. So lesser over time. Which then it'd be like cheap. Then those prices are cheap. So what you have to like look at, like if you're looking at daily price action, because right now there's a big expiration that happens on May 29th for crypto. There's like expiration calls like 75,000 and 82,000. So if price closes like above 82,000 bullish, there's like a big expiration call worth like 7 billion, I think. May 29th. Let's see here. I think it's worth like $6 billion. Yeah, so there's Bitcoin options that are going to expire. So approximately 6.25 billion in Bitcoin option contracts are scheduled to expire May 29th across exchanges, different exchanges, 6 billion. So total contracts 80,000 settled. So max paying price 75. So 75 or 82. So there's going to be volatility between 75 and 82. Probably gonna go for that. I think it's just hit like 75, but it expires May 29th. Yeah, so there's major positioning clustered between this like 75 and 82 range for the bulls and bears. It's a big contract. It's 6.25 billion. Largest call position valued at 532 million. Max paying for these contracts is 75,000. There's probably going to be volatility heading towards the 29th. There's probably gonna be volatility coming into like those days. One thing to do a comparison of, so on this day FTX collapsed and it was the biggest, like one of the biggest like liquidations ever. Now Bitcoin's where it's at, and we've had some of the biggest liquidations happen back in October, November. Bigger than FTX, like single day liquidations happened that were huge. The market was very leveraged, so the market was more leveraged than it's ever been, and that's what happens when, you know, sentiment is exciting, hype. So crypto was super leveraged up here. You got to remember like how leveraged people were, the credit, the loans they were taking out. So a lot of people went from spot to leverage. Like crypto is very leveraged up here. Up to this point, we've had some of the biggest liquidations we ever seen, right? And the price is where it's at. So that's interesting when you look at historical events that seem like they were the biggest like catastrophes ever at the time. Because I've been in Bitcoin since it was $1,200. So up to this point, there's been events and things that have happened that seem like they were the biggest. Like, oh my gosh, what just happened? This is crazy. And this past year, we had the biggest ones ever in history. So it shows you how big the market grew in a sense. How fast it grew, too. It grew very, very fast. Grew big very, very fast, right? When we look at technology and tech, it shows you that one thing. Not everyone was prepared for that, but it also shows you how new traders swap. So you go from people who are new buyers to people who have already been in the game, just continuously buying. There's people who have just been continuously buying. And then there's new traders that buy up here and sell when the price goes down, right? Cycles, right? So I would say we're nearing that bottom. Like that bottom's coming this year. Like I don't like this could be a local bottom. If we take out that low, then it fits in the timeline of close to 365 days where it's like we're in that. But don't think there isn't a lot of accumulation happening going from exchanges to cold wallets, wallets that just hold and stack. A lot of that is happening. Market goes up after you go down for 365 days. You typically go up for about 1,000 days, right, from the bottom. 1,034 days, 1,000 days and some change from the bottom after a year. Once you reach that bottom, you go up, as you can see, 1,000 in some days, 1,060 days, 1,050 days. Every time. So it goes down for a year to go up in 1,000-day trajectory. So going down, like, would that be a terrible thing? Not necessarily. If it went down, it just fits more into that trajectory of going up longer term. Yeah, BTC market change. I mean, there's big money. Like anyone who's looking at, let me buy Bitcoin. So it's a bigger game now. Like who's going to play the game, the Bitcoin game, right? It's 77,000. So who's willing to risk that? It's not cheap by all means. Yeah, it went down 52%, right? But that is still expensive, right? One coin is still pretty it's expensive, right? That's not cheap, right? in some people's eyes, it might be in the sense of, damn, yo, like some people might be trying to get to 1,000 Bitcoin, 500 Bitcoin, thousands of Bitcoin. Look what MicroStrategy is doing, right? They bought more Bitcoin than what was mined this past year because of sellers, right? The market's liquid, the market's open. There's people who hold Bitcoin. They were able to buy more Bitcoin than what was mined because of people selling. So I did the research between 90,000. So I did the research on Glassnode. Between 90,000 and 125,000 for new traders, 2.8 million Bitcoin were bought. Think about that. New traders. So new traders mean 3 to 6 months holders, like people 0 to 6 months. Short-term new traders. 2.8 million Bitcoin was bought by new traders, new wallets, new traders, new wallets, new, right? All of it was sold back in the 70s. All that 2.8 million was sold back in the 70s. So it's interesting when you look at research like that of if you go between 90,000 and the all-time high, for new traders, 2.8 million was bought and it was sold back on the dump from those same new traders. Interesting concept. When you think about it, they're buying high and they're giving that to whales, to big money, to accumulators, people who accumulate, right? Think about that for a minute. Cycles. That's some insane numbers. So that's one reason why companies like MicroStrategy were able to buy more Bitcoin than what was mined. Because of that, right? Those types of plays. Even people taking profit, people selling. You have a company like MicroStrategy that's just buying that Bitcoin. And people like that. That's like the giant right now in that field, but you have other companies, right? So it's not just like it's not just now. It's not just like your neighbor. Oh, yo, buy Bitcoin. Yo, it's pumping. Like, look at what's happening right now. You have a lot of companies now in the U.S. that are really, and just globally now. You got top 100 public Bitcoin treasury companies. So Strategy, 21 Metaplanet. That's the one in Japan. Strategy is just going insane with this. 843,000 Bitcoin. The next company has 43,000 here. And these are treasury companies. These are not necessarily like ETFs. Treasury is more like a holding, I would say. This thing, so when we got here, yeah, like literally, like Strategy is just like stacking Bitcoin. This is public companies. This is their balance sheet for Bitcoin. Starting from Strategy at 843,000 Bitcoins. Working way down. So yeah, like after, so it's 2026. I'll tell you, like, it'll probably be different, like harder to accumulate so much Bitcoin after 2140. Like after the year like 2140 or like 2040. Sorry, not 2140. 2040. Like in like 10 years literally. With the rate that these companies are just accumulating and holding too. If it keeps going at that trajectory of just I'm not stopping, then yeah, like, well, who knows what the potential is. If this trajectory it's been on just keeps going, it could go to a couple millions of dollars per coin. Because they probably understand that. What you gotta understand is like these companies understand that too, right? New high on gold. I see gold rallying. New high on Bitcoin by the end of the year. Nah, like, because I think next bull run Bitcoin's gonna go to like 175, 200K. A new high by the end of the year? I don't think so. I could be wrong. This thing can move fast. Last year, it had a really good phase through these months, but doesn't look like we're getting that same strength this time around. September's usually provide a good entry point. Gold, I think, will rally closer to 6,000 by the end of the year. So gold. I think gold's going to rally closer to 6,000 by the end of the year. It's like, yeah, now, like, look at gold, even daily, when we go to daily here, it looks like 4,500 to like 4,300, maybe even 4,200s at the most. There's a lot of support there. We're in the summer months. Gold doesn't always trend like super strong in these months, bearish or bullish. It can usually chop around, which what it's starting to do, like it's starting to do that when you look at gold, right? Let's take a look at last year on gold. This is why I think it's going to rally towards the end of the year. We've talked about this before as well. Some of you guys have probably heard me talk about this before, right? I'm also guessing it won't double each time as it progresses. So that's a good question. That's a good question. So when you look at this chart, and let's look at these bear markets, right? Down bear markets. After these bear markets, we see this one was insane. So we're not going to use that. We're going to kind of just come to these last years to get a sense of things, because that one was insane. So price went up 1,900%. Am I on logarithmic? Let me see if that changes. Yeah, no, yeah, here. So when you look at this bear market, from bottom to top, Bitcoin went up 2,000%. Damn. Next one. There's 300. So look, we went up. Bitcoin went up like 700%, right? So double. You asked about doubling, price doubling, right? It could more than double. So you asked, your question was, does that mean, I'm also guessing it won't keep doubling each time as price progress. Actually, it can more than double, depending on like where that bottom actually comes in. If you look at last year, for example, so market went down a year, right? We went a year down. From there, we went up 700%, okay? Bitcoin went from 16 to 126. It did over 700% here. Let's say the bottom came in at 40K. And can it double from this price? Yes, it can double from here. Let's say the bottom came in at 40K and we went up half. Because you're asking about a double, right? Let's say we did half of what we did last year, right? 300%. Well, really, that would be 350%. So I'll go a bit less than that. 350% would be up here. That's saying, let's say the bottom came in at 40. So let's average it down and say 300 to 280%, something like that, maybe. If the bottom came in at 40. Now, if the bottom comes in at 50, those numbers completely change, right? If the bottom comes in at, the numbers change, right? Completely. So, last run, it went up 700%. The year before that, it went up 200%. The percentage average is down over time, but the price is getting higher over time, right? So, the percentage it goes up actually averages down. But over time, the price is increasing. So it's like, let's say Bitcoin goes to here and then has its next bear market. The price from there will go up X amount, right? 100% X so. I mean, that's how it was made. So, it was designed like this. It's an inflationary asset. You might be like, is it an inflationary asset? Well, realistically, it is, because if you were to take 10 Bitcoin back in 2019, 10 Bitcoin could buy you X amount. 10 Bitcoin can buy you what it can buy you now. 10 Bitcoin could buy you a house right now. 10 years from now, 5 Bitcoin will buy you a house. 10 years from that, 2.5 Bitcoin will buy you a house. 10 years from that, maybe a 0.2 of Bitcoin will buy you a house, right? That's what it means, how it was made, as an inflationary asset over time. And depending on where you are. But yeah, that's to answer your question right there, all right? Hopefully that made some sense. Gold pullbacks. Yo, this controller is tweaking. My PS5 controller. Yeah, it is. This thing still tweaks. What's going on? Sells? No, I'm gonna chill. Wait for buys. I want gold to pull back. We got that head and shoulders, like I said. Head and shoulders H and S formation here on gold forming. So waiting for pullback entries for the buy this week. We can see that head and shoulders nice and clean. Huge engulfing candle. This candle just took out all these candles, mind you. Right? This candlestick just took out all of these, right? Huge engulfing. Daily. Huge engulfing. So really we want... I want pullbacks more so. I want pullbacks for potential continuations up. Retracements, pullbacks. All right, that's my plan. We're going to wrap it up in a few minutes here, guys. Hopefully you guys got value of this session, learned something, or took some notes. Gold possibly setting up. Gold options expire as well. Yeah, gold looks like it's trying to push to 4,600. Silver, what did silver do? Big move as well. Yep. Same move. Dollar reversing. Yeah, the bottom, the bottom could be, it's a bit harder, I'll be honest, to predict the exact bottom. Right now, Bitcoin, when you look at Bitcoin, it started dropping here. Now, when you look at gold, some people don't understand these charts, why they're both important. Look at gold. All right, bam. As fast as Bitcoin came down, gold was going up at the same time. You're going to tell me that's not a coincidence? You have one asset that's called digital gold at 125,000, right? Think about that ratio right there. Gold rallied, Bitcoin dumped. Interesting crossover there. A lot of people are hating on Bitcoin, But don't realize, like, it performed very well. Like, it went up 700%, hit 125K. It's still 77,000. Right? There's still, like, a huge value there. Look at what gold did, though. Gold started rallying. Bitcoin started dumping. Interesting comparison there as well. Nice one. You see that? Coincidence? I think not. I don't think that's interesting comparison there. And then you had the craziest crypto liquidations ever after that. So gold for this week, waiting on pullbacks, guys, possibly to here or 45.50. Waiting. We just broke up on gold. I would like to see if we can get some retracements. We broke out the head and shoulders formation. And looking for like retests, retracements this week so far. Looks like we're trying to create a new high. We have the low. We have the high here. And we broke out of that. We shifted out of that. But remember, tomorrow's a big day, guys. Day number 1. We talked about the beginning of this session. So tomorrow officially starts the rollout of the new website. Okay? Over the next 3 days, like I said, I'm going to be showing you guys more of what we've been building behind the scenes. And like I said, trust me, this isn't a small update. Inner Circle 2.0, the new website, it's a complete new evolution. It's a full new website, new course series. There's new tools, new scanners, a complete upgraded dashboard and technology. So guys, this isn't even hype. This is just years of experience, like I said. Years and years of experience. Thousands of testimonials. And you're going to see thousands of more come after this website's launched. So it's going to be a continuous value ecosystem. I would say a continuous value just finally being put into one ecosystem. And tomorrow, the countdown begins. All right? The countdown officially begins for the rollout tomorrow, guys. Make sure you guys are showing up. Make sure you guys are here. Go to 46.50, then rejects. That is a possibility. If it keeps going up, yeah. If it just blows through 46.50, definitely. Yeah, I agree. If it just keeps going up, for sure. Yeah, you have resistance over there as well now because there is support. Yeah, that, I agree. It's a key level, 46.50. You can see even to the left there. Multiple touches there. Yeah, 46.50 could be one to keep an eye on if you get up in there as well. It could, it could blow past 4,600. It could just go through 4,600. If it just keeps going up, yeah. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. But like I said, remember, tomorrow we begin. Tomorrow we begin. 2 p.m. Eastern time. If you go on my YouTube channel, you can see there is 3 sessions scheduled. All right. Over the next couple days, I'm going to be breaking down and teaching you guys some really valuable lessons. All right. This is the final time to lock in, though, guys. This is the final time to lock in. Don't wait till Christmas. Don't wait till Black Friday. There might not be another Black Friday after this, all right? Because we're upgrading. The price is going up. So if you think Inner Circle is expensive now, wait till you see what is coming, okay? Like I said, it's years of experience, thousands of testimonials, and continuous value. Time being put into one ecosystem beginning tomorrow. Hope you guys are ready. And if you're not in this environment, join and make sure you lock in. Because this isn't just trading. This is structure, it's guidance, it's mentorship, it's real time, and value being poured into the members. This is being around people that really win and people that want more, right? You're going to see my life traject like this and keep going up. You want to surround yourself with people like that. Get yourself in a new environment, new habits, new skills, new mindset. That's what's going to give you new opportunities, all right? Remember what I said. The people that join now will look back a year from now and realize this was the best decision they ever made in their life. All right? So, I hope you guys are ready. I hope you guys are ready. I don't think you guys are ready. I don't think the chat's ready. Are you guys? I don't think you guys are even ready, yo. I don't even think you guys are ready. I don't think you guys are ready. I don't think you guys are ready. So guys, live streams. I'm not going to be streaming a lot, you know, in the summer months, July, August, September, October, going to the end of the year. You're probably not going to see me stream that much here on YouTube. I've been streaming every day the last couple of months. But this is a really cool part of the new Inner Circle website. We're going to be able to just stream inside of the site. We have a calendar, a new calendar, a pretty cool calendar that will take you directly to the stream where the recordings will be posted. So my value sessions are going to be in here. The organized, the structured sessions, PDFs, PowerPoints. That's the sessions I'm going to be doing in here. I might just come on YouTube to just talk some shit, have some fun, look for some setups here and there in like London session, but mainly going to be streaming in here, guys. So we're working on everything tonight for the next couple of days for the rollout. Make sure you guys are on tomorrow's call. The next 3 days, I'm doing live calls to get all the information. All right. The price of the Inner Circle is increasing, however. For those that aren't locked in, the price is going up with this website as well. Right. I value my time and I value the ecosystem. The Inner Circle has been scaling. I'm going to be honest. There was a good amount of people that joined in the last couple of months. And if it keeps scaling at the way it has been, the value is going to decrease. So that is why the price is going up, right? Just for the right people to be in the right community, the right ecosystem. So the price is what it is now, right? Lock in while you can, because after May 27th, the price is increasing in a couple of days. Lifetime access, one payment, that is it. You're in for life. We also have payment plans that we'll be able to break down when the website comes out, all right? So it's going to be a whole new ecosystem, guys. I'm super excited. Like, I think this is one of the most, yeah. Like, I've done a lot of things in my career. I've traveled to 41 countries, made over $10 million in my lifetime by the time I was 27, 28 years old. So this is more exciting than money. Launching the website, something I'm passionate about, something that gives me more excitement to show up every day and just put in that time, put in that value and get the energy going again. This actually excites me, to say the least, right? I've done a lot of things at a young age. I've done a lot of things at a young age. I made my first 6 figures when I was 20 years old. Made $1 million a couple years after that by the time I was 23, 24. Made $10 million by the time I was 27. So crazy journey it's been, to say the least. But I think over the journey, the whole entire journey of 11 years of doing this excites me more than anything, right? Honestly, I've had $100,000 days. I've had $700,000 days, $300,000 days, 6-figure weeks, 6-figure months. But this excites me kind of more than everything, because you put a lot of time, a lot of commitment, a lot of value. So hope you guys are ready, because as you can see, I'm telling you guys right now, I'm getting ready, all right? I'm getting ready, all right? Oh, I'm getting ready to do a hard, what do they call it? A hard 30, but I'm going on like a hard 90 day. I'm going on a 90-day sprint. So if you're with me on the 90-day sprint, you'll see a lot. You'll learn a lot, all right? We're going on a 90-day sprint. All right, folks. So I'm going to see you guys next session. Gold, it is bullish. So understand the move that gold made today, it is a bullish move. We have that engulfing candle on the daily. Broke structure nicely there. So it does look like buyers are in control to me more. It does look like there is bullish momentum. We did have bearish momentum. Like you can see, there were these highs coming down. We just broke out of that bearish momentum. We did have like bearish momentum. Market could have opened and went down, right? There was still bearish momentum, but we just flipped up. It does look like buyers are in control here for gold. So we do want retracements. Gonna be looking for a buy, maybe one big buy. We'll see in the next 3 days. We're gonna be live, maybe on one of those streams, maybe towards the end of those streams, probably before, because they're at 2 p.m. Scheduled them for a time where the market's not so much moving. So if you're in the Inner Circle, I'm gonna be looking at the market before those times. Maybe there's a signal. Maybe we can catch something before the calls. Maybe we can catch a nice trade before the calls this week. Be locked in. 2 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. 2 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. Day number uno. I will see everybody there. Make sure you guys lock in. Trust me, it's a decision you will not regret. Everybody who makes this decision, who's locked in, 5 years from now, 3 years from now, we'll look back and be like, damn, I was there when it all started. All right, so peace out. I'll see you guys later on and tomorrow. London session's loading later. Don't see anything right now, but we want the pullbacks. We want to look for some buy entries this week, I think, with how the market's starting up this week. But yo, I forgot I was in a trade Friday. Oh, there you go. $1,500 because he's nice. Hey man, maybe take your profit. Take your profit, yo. Take your profit. Take your profit and run. I'm going to be showing you guys step-by-step trade breakdowns from trades I've taken over the next 3 days as well. It's going to be good. Make sure you guys tune in. Don't miss the calls, because these calls are happening once, and that's it. After these calls, we are fully locked in the next couple of months. We are locked in. We are locked the F in, fam. All right? Great things coming. It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. Some people were like preying on my downfall or something, or knocking down on me. Man, those people don't realize it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. I'll see you guys on the other side. Take them profits, you know, like that's damn, yo. You made $1,500 without knowing. Take them profits, yo. Say, oh shit, I forgot. Oh, I made money. That's honestly happened to me a couple times on Sunday. Yeah, that's happened to me. I can think of times that's happened to me. That's happened to me. All right, guys. I'll see everybody tomorrow. Peace out. 2 p.m. Eastern time. Tap in tomorrow. Make sure you're on the call tomorrow. 2 p.m. EST. I'll see everybody there. Peace, 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 peace.